So one of the challenges that a lot of people, I'd say most people have when they're starting over, they're going to be finding a job, is staying motivated. And inside the book you've got some great tips, and I'd like you to share a couple of ideas and tips. But how's the book going to help someone stay motivated and even get motivated to find and keep finding a job?
Well, I start from the standpoint of I'm a very lucky guy. My best friend, closest friend, we call each other brother. We're joined at the hip, is Lou Holtz. And most people are familiar with him. Hall of Fame coach, of course, 11 years at Notre Dame. And luckily, he's on the back of the book. I like what he said. I think he said I was born... is that correct?
You were born to write this book.
Well, thank you.
I've seen him use his head to open 1,000,000 doors, and drawing on his amazing experiences, he shares invaluable advice. Harvey gets it without question. I know he can help every reader with this masterpiece.
Well, I've been in the locker room maybe 40, 50 times at Notre Dame and Minnesota and South Carolina, where he's coached. So I've been able to pick up some of the motivational stories. And Lou Holtz says this, and I couldn't agree more. He said, every single person will face some adversity in his or her life, okay? Expect it. It's going to happen, and you can't be successful without it. So number one, how do you stay motivated? Know that you're going to have a lot of rejection. And number two, do not take rejection personally. It happens. I mean, even, you know, there are 32 teams, I think, that start out with the World Series, only one winner. 31 don't get to the World Series, correct? Same thing in the NBA Finals. All the sports. Those are not losers. Those are winners. Those are sometimes legends. Abraham Lincoln, you know, just failure after failure after failure. Ran for vice president. He lost. Failed in his marriage. Had some mental problems, mental breakdown. Over and over and over. There's some things about Lincoln in there. You know, many stories on how these fabulous celebrities, politicians, athletes, you know, journalists, how they just absolutely hit the pits, 6 feet under, but bounced back. All right, found a way how to make a comeback. Story after story. One of my favorite stories, Mark Victor Hansen, and of course, you know, the Chicken Soup Boys.
Of course.
Right? And
he sat where you are, as a matter of fact.
He did.
Yes, he's been here.
Well, he's wonderful, and you know his partner, of course.
Yep.
All right. Two of them wrote, as you know, all the Chicken Soup
for the Souls. Yeah.
All right, so they went to
Good
one.
old Jack Canfield.
Yeah, Jack Canfield. Love them, both of them. Talked to both of them actually in the last 72 hours. So I love to tell the story, and you can't hear it enough. They write Chicken Soup for the Soul. 1, turn down. 2, 5, 8 publishers. 12, 14, 20, 24 turndowns, 32 or 33 turndowns finally clicked. And other than the Bible, I mean, they're right up there in the top 5 with all the Chicken Soup series. So I want to tell you, persistence, plenty of persistent stories there. I'll give you my favorite. I'm, again, 21 years old, graduate college. They throw the telephone book at me, yellow pages. Good luck, kid. All right, I'm having all kinds of problems, working for an envelope company, knocking on doors. My father tells me, he was my mentor, every single company has an old grizzly. He said, check in with that old grizzly, see if you can get some help. 7 o'clock in the morning, 72-year-old carpenter, Mr. Carpenter, comes through the front door. My company I'm working for, we both are, Quality Park Envelope Company. I stop him. Tell him I'm the new kid on the block. And I said, I'd like to ask you a question or two. I've got some problems. Go ahead. Shoot. I said, how long do you call on a prospect before you stop calling? And he said, depends on which one of us dies first. Persistence. Cannot beat it under any set of circumstances.
Great tip.